y'all. We're back with another episode of Haute, Paire, and our final one for International Women's Month, right? Or National Women's History Month?
Right.
We are. So I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Tav.
And we wanted to talk a little bit about hair for this episode. A lot about hair, actually.
Natural hair.
Natural hair.
Relaxed hair.
Relaxed hair.
Weaves.
All that good stuff. So, of course, we always kick off our episodes, or we try to kick off our episodes with Child Cheese. And this episode's segment of Child Cheese, we're going to focus a bit on Wakanda. Like, I know I've talked a lot about Black Panther.
She has. I mean, you only seen it like 7 times.
I mean, and counting. And counting. But if you guys have seen Black Panther, if you haven't, it's your fault at this point because it's been out for damn near a month. Or over a month, actually. There were no wigs.
Wigless.
For the most part, right?
Wakanda.
Yeah, wigless, permless Wakanda. The only time you saw a wig was when they went to Shanghai, when Okoye had one that wore her wig, right?
Well, Angela Bassett had her locks.
But see, that wasn't considered a wig. That was supposed to be her hair.
Well, I thought she kind of changed it out.
Did she?
We got to go.
When I go see, if I say for the 8th time, I'm gonna check this out. So, so there was an article that came out about natural hair in Wakanda and how they made sure that they stayed away from straight hair and styles that were essentially European based.
Right.
Because this was supposed to be a not colonized part of the world, and so you saw a lot of Bantu knots, a lot of twists, a lot of braids, bald heads, the Dora Milaje, Dora Milaje had bald heads. There were many fros. I loved Nakia's Bantu knots. Like I want her hair.
They were
I need that.
Cold.
They're so cute.
Yeah, right.
I need that. I need Shuri's braids. Like I want all of that. So what did you think about that?
I thought it was wonderful. I thought that they stayed in the lines of what the African culture hair essentially looks like.
Right.
I loved it.
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, I loved it the first time I saw it. I loved it the 7th time. I really want to go see it at 8th time to see if Angela Bassett switches up her hair.
Maybe so.
Maybe. I mean, I loved Michael Bay Jordans.
Did you like that?
I loved his hair.
It was like a fade with a mohawk in the front.
It was
doing the most.
Business in the back, party in the front.
I mean, you can't do that. You can't do that. But he was all about.
But the museum scene when he had his little top knot.
That was cute.
It was really cute.
It was
right?
really cute.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I'm happy that they stayed natural for the most part with that movie.
Well, I think they did. No, it was pretty much natural completely.
Definitely. And speaking of natural and wigs and weaves and all that stuff like that, Tavares recently did a poll on our
social media,
on our Instagram page. Just in case you guys don't know, this is sewing. I've been rocking it. We'll talk about that later. But I've been rocking it for a little while.
And it's holding up pretty nice.
It's holding up pretty nice, right?
Very nice, actually.
I like it. But when I first got it, I was concerned about my edges. I was like, oh, how am I going to do this? Am I going to do slick or free or whatever like that?
Right, because Jasmine is the fuzzy person.
I am.
She loves her natural state edges.
I love my natural state edges. And with straight hair, it doesn't always go, but I found a way to make it go. Bless. So she did a poll about slick edges versus natural edges.
Right. Natural fuzzy edges.
Natural fuzzy edges. And not necessarily fuzzy, but not like the slick down.
With edge control.
With edge control, using a toothbrush and all this stuff like that.
Not the toothbrush.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Okay. And the results that I saw, 75% people like slick edges and 25% liked natural edges?
Yes.
You think that's true, like, within the community?
I think it is. I mean, that's why it's such a high demand for various edge controls. Because I know me, I love my edges slick. Like, especially if you're doing a ponytail, you don't want to look like a peach by the head.
I've done that. I've looked like a peach.
And you're okay with it, like, and you pull it off.
Thank you.
But most people can't.
That's
especially if they have more defined curls. I don't want to say. I'm not going to say it.
Okay, because there's no such thing as bad hair.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you have that. Yes, well, if you have more coarse curls, I would prefer slick edges.
So when you say slick edges, I mean, let's just dive right on into natural hair, because a lot of times when you are worried about your edges, it's because you have natural hair, right?
Right.
Okay. Because when you have permed hair, it's already straight.
Right.
The point is for it to be straight. If you get in the perm and your edges aren't straight,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Find your new beautician.
Stop going to them kitchen beauticians with their kids running around.
You know what? Kitchen beauticians
they
are the truth sometimes.
They really are. Like, shout out to all the kitchen beauticians, all of them. But 9 times out of 10, you're talking about natural hair.
Right.
So let's dive right on into natural hair. You mentioned coarse curls.
Right.
So let's talk about natural hair types.
Like they have the 4A,
the 4A,
the 4B, the 4C. I know my hair is particularly 4C, so I don't like wearing it out as much because you wash it, you dry it, and it gets tight and compact, and it's just stuck.
Okay.
On the other hand, you have what?
I think I have a mixture. So I think I have like a mixture of like 3C and like 4A.
Yeah,
maybe?
you do.
I think it depends on like the part of my head,
right?
Where the part of my head determines the type of hair, the hair type that I have essentially,
right?
Some of my curls are looser, some of them are tighter. I feel like the very back are really loose. Certain parts of the middle are tight, and then certain parts of the front are kind of loose as well. So it all depends,
right? But you can do the wash and go. Like
I can do a wash and go.
I can't. It's gonna be wash and fro with me. No, it's gonna be wash and fro, and that is it. But you can do the wash and go. I can't.
But I feel like every natural hair type can do a wash and go. It's all about the products that you use while you're doing it, right?
Jasmine, I've tried products, and we'll get to products later.
No. Let's talk about this natural hair regimen. Let's do this.
You're the natural hair queen. Wait a minute. How long have you been natural?
I got my last perm in December of 2007 or spring of 2007. 2007. I got my last perm. I was in undergrad, and I was in Tyler, Texas. And shout out to Tyler, but for those of you who don't know, I'm from Houston, and my beautician was in Houston. And my stepmom was also in Houston. I wasn't just gonna trust. I'm sure there are great beauty.
She wasn't gonna trust anybody in her head.
I wasn't gonna trust anybody in my head. Like my aunt had been doing my hair since I was a child, and when she couldn't do it, my stepmom would do it. And they were both in Houston. I wasn't gonna go back and forth. Anyway, so I went natural. Did a lot of twists. Did a lot of protective styles.
Right.
But yeah, no, I've been natural for a while. So my regimen, for the most part, I would wash it every week, every other week.
Right.
Do deep conditioning.
This is like an all-day event.
It is.
Guys.
No, wash day is an all-day event.
Right.
Like, especially for natural hair. It's all like.
That's why I think it's so hard to maintain, because it's all-day process that you have to go through.
It doesn't have to be like you said with wash and goes. You can do. You don't necessarily have to wait for your hair to dry. It'll dry. Excuse me. It'll dry as you're doing as the day goes on. If you decide to do a wash and go, I didn't like to do those because they make my hair brittle. Because of the product that I use when I use when I do wash and goes. But yeah, so it's a whole process. So a lot of time, even now I'll still do twist outs. I'll do flat twist. I'll leave twist in and then like do I'll leave them in for part of the week and then wear my hair out part of the week. So
right, so your curls are more defined,
so my curls are more defined, or they last long, whatever like that. If I'm trying to stretch a wash like 2 weeks, like if I'm doing something and I know I won't have time to wash it that weekend, top knots. Love top knot. I obviously
love a top knot and a scrunchie.
I love a top knot, y'all.
And the bands.
I love the headbands, the workout headbands, and the top knot. That was
a go-to.
Is one of my go-tos. If you see me in the streets with natural hair, if it's not out,
it's in the top knot.
10, it's gonna be in the top knot. Like there's very good chance it's gonna be in a top knot. But I think it's because one, I have great products that I use, and they've come a long way. Like
right.
I used to be a beauty product junkie. You couldn't tell me underneath my cabinet there was everything.
Right.
And this was before things were all natural. This was before things were sulfate free. This is before things were like, oh girl, you need this because it's this oil. No.
This is the Lustrous pink moisturizer.
No.
Blue Magic pro style gel days.
Now those were definitely back in our like old school days, like when they had. Oh gosh, when we had. I feel like those products, a lot of people use those to transition from permed hair to natural hair.
Right.
Like when we were coming up, Luster's was the jam.
Like it was it. That was it.
You got your pink bottle, and they're making a comeback. Actually, they have whole new lines.
So they revamped everything.
Hair. They've revamped everything recently. One of the bloggers that I follow, one of the beauty bloggers that I follow, she lives in Dallas. She just got back from New York. We're going to like not a conference, but like a little thing for Luster's.
Right.
And she was showing us back like behind the scenes type stuff. They've completely revamped.
Wow.
Completely, like the company's been around 60 plus years, and I didn't realize they were that.
I mean, our parents were using it.
You're right. Right. But yeah, no, they've completely revamped. You got your Pro Style gel where you couldn't sweat too much. It'll be black.
Right.
Down your face.
I mean, it'll be black under your nails when you use it, so you had to use a toothbrush. You had to use a toothbrush.
And then, I mean, old staple, Eco Style gel. Like, Eco Style gel has come so far. So far. They now have different oils. They have different sizes. One of my personal favorites is still that green tub, and I say tub because it's like
a tub.
Like it's like this big, and it lasts forever.
It seems like the more you dig in it, the more it just comes back.
Because a little bit goes a long way.
Right.
And what I like so much about the olive oil one is that it doesn't flake. It like it's easy to brush out and do all that stuff like that. So it's great. Yeah, Eco Style, it's a staple, natural or relaxed hair, or honestly any type of hair.
Right.
And I think I mentioned easy to wash out because a lot of products aren't.
A lot. And they're heavy.
Yeah.
And Eco Style is light.
Eco Style is very light. Eco Style is one of those products that you can use like when you're co-washing.
Right.
Instead of just using shampoo.
Wait. So explain the difference between a co-wash and an actual wash.
Okay, so co-wash. A fun fact. When I wear my hair in its natural state, I don't always use shampoo when I wash my hair.
Okay.
Shampoo strips your hair of its natural oil.
So
at the bare basics of it, it cleanses your hair. So it strips your hair of its natural oil. Conditioners have cleansing elements in them. So you can clean your hair with conditioner without stripping it of the oils especially our hair.
Right.
When I say stripping it of the oils that it needs, I mean black hair for the most part. So I will often alternate where I'll co-wash my hair 3 times a month, and I'll wash it with shampoo once a month. I mean, that's it. That's really it. You can clean your hair with shampoo. It has cleansing elements in it. And it saves you time and it saves you product because you're not having to put all those oils and put all those heavy creams or whatever back in your hair. So I personally love co-washing. I swear by it. When I take this out, I'm gonna do a deep conditioner, but because it's been in braids for a while. But I'm gonna do a deep conditioner. But I mean, I'm pretty sure my first after that initial cleanse, like the deep condition and cleanse,
you're gonna co-wash.
I'm gonna co-wash for a little while, just like give it a chance to
regain its oils and strengths.
Yeah. So a lot of people stay away from shampoos because until recently, majority of shampoos had sulfates in them. And you remember sulfurate?
Yes. You know what? I still use sulfurate. I love the tingling sensation in my scalp, so I use it. I love sulfurate.
Do you know that tingling sensation could be because you're allergic to it?
I'm not allergic to sulfurate.
Okay. There are a lot of people who are. Though.
I know a lot of people are. There are a lot of people I love that sensation.
And there are a lot of people who are allergic to sulfur. Period. So sulfur shampoos with sulfur in them or with sulfate in them aren't good for everybody.
It's not.
So a recent wave of sulfate-free shampoos has come out when the natural hair movement.
Almost every shampoo is now sulfate-free.
For the most part. And I think it's great because it gives people options. And it's brands that we trust. Like these are
Mane and Choice.
Yeah, Mane and Choice. Pantene, Aussie Moist. Like you have great brands that we trust. And also like beauty, like salon brands as well.
Right.
So those are great. And I think one of the reasons why we like sulfate-free shampoos is that it doesn't strip your hair of all the oils.
Right.
So you're not having to worry about replenishing so many oils and having to put so many oils in your hair.
And deep conditions. And
Right. So what oils do you use when you like do your hair? Because I know you usually wear yours braided.
Right. Yeah, and I'll use the Moroccan oil.
Okay.
Or maybe olive oil.
Okay.
And I just started with tea tree oil.
Tea tree oil is amazing. Tea tree oil smells so
It is.
good.
Do you know, it kind of gives me the same effects of sulfur 8. I don't know.
Really?
If it does you like that.
Is it the peppermint
That's
smell?
what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah, tea tree oil has an amazing peppermint smell, or minty smell to it that I love. I mean, y'all, I am not above using EVOO if I'm out of oils, but I love tea tree oil. I love Moroccan oil. I love argan oil. What else? I mean, those are the main ones I use. And you can find these in your local grocers, in the
Walmart
ethnic hair care section.
Yes.
You can find it in your Walmarts. You can find it in your beauty supply stores, not just your Sally's, but like your
mom and pop beauty supply
stores, where the prices are sometimes handwritten and can fluctuate at a moment's notice.
Hey, don't knock those prices.
Listen, make your money, boo. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great. And oils make it easy for you to, I mean, I feel like not only does it nourish your hair, but the more moist, I guess, our hair is.
It's more manageable.
It's easier to style, right?
Right.
So you don't have to worry about the breakage. You don't have to worry about the dryness. And it's super easy to style. So, like I said, I know you usually wear yours braided under yours. My hair is braided under this. The braids that I have under this sew-in are not braids that I would be able to do myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Cornrows are hard for me. Like,
that's one of the complicated natural styles.
It is.
Especially if you wasn't taught like how to cornrow your hair. It is complicated.
Yeah. Like the ones that I fall back on, the easy ones that I fall back on, I love flat twists, which are like cornrows, but it's only 2 strands instead of 3. Bantu knots, which are similar to what Lupita Nyong'o wore in Black Panther. I was about to say in Wakanda. And then plain 2-strand twists, which are like braids, but with 2 strands instead of 3.
Right.
Hence 2-strand twists. And then, like you said, the complicated ones are cornrows and I guess pieces. Like
when you're adding
when they're adding in hair, right? Right. Have you ever added any pieces into natural hair?
I have not.
You have not. Gotcha.
I've only done natural weave.
Okay.
And since we're on weaves, like that brings us to our next section of the podcast. Weaves, it's a $1 billion industry.
They've come a long way.
You can be versatile.
Yes.
You can go short one day.
Yes.
You can go long the next day. You can shave it off. You could put it back on with a wig. Weaves are my go-to thing. Wigs, and this is one now, is my go-to thing.
Because it's super versatile.
Right. It's so many like selections of weaves and wigs you can choose from. People don't realize that there's synthetic, there's human.
So let's talk about that. Aside from the price point, because there's obviously a huge price point, or may not necessarily be a huge price point because there are some synthetic wigs that cost a lot.
Right.
But aside from the price point, what is the difference between synthetic and human hair?
Well, it used to be where synthetic was kind of like cheaper, plastic or made of plastic fibers, and you couldn't curl it, and you kind of couldn't wear it for a long period of time.
Right.
Now, synthetic has come such a long way where you can curl it now on a low heat, and they give you the temperature that you can curl it on.
Low heat.
Low heat. Granted, if you try to place it on the high heat, it's going to melt to the curling iron. But you can always buy another cheap wig and just throw it on.
Exactly.
Now, with human hair, of course, it's human hair. So you can curl it. Most hairs, you can dye it. I mean, you can't cut it because it's not going to grow back.
Right. I mean, you can, but just know that it's not going to grow back.
Right. And you can do more things. You can make more changes with human hair. Like I said, you can wash it. You treat the human hair just like it's your own.
Yeah, I treat this like it's my own. I wash this. Doesn't hold a curl well. It doesn't hold a curl as well as my hair does, but that's fine because
you don't think you really?
It doesn't. It doesn't last as long. and I like this is straight weave.
Oh, okay.
So it's I guess it's like girls who say, oh yeah, my hair doesn't hold a curl.
So this is the bundle
is human hair. This is the bundle hair.
Right.
Yeah, this is bundle. And it doesn't hold a curl. It won't last as long. I'll put it like
everyone
that.
should know what bundle hair is. But well, if you don't know, it's the hair that is. I don't want to call it overseas hair, but that's what it is. It's overseas hair, and it comes in bundles, and you buy multiples, like 3 bundles or 4 bundles, depending on how you want the thickness of your hair.
Yeah,
now back
3.
in the day, we used to buy pack hair, and some people still do to get bobs and whatnot.
Right.
But pack hair, don't knock a pack hair.
No, that's great for braids.
It's great for braids, and like I said, it's great for bobs. But now people are migrating from pack hair, and they're exposing themselves to bundles. Not only is like a great investment, like I said, you can be versatile with bundles. And you said that's straight, right?
This is straight, yeah. I decided to get straight because when I got this, I wanted to make a change. So
you got to tell the story how you got the bundles.
Okay, so this is my first sew-in. Let's start there. I was privileged, blessed to cover a Zuri Gray event a few months ago, November, October, before Thanksgiving. And I ended up winning the raffle, and I won 3 bundles.
Man.
For $20. Now, the hair retails for $300 plus.
Right.
So, I mean, it was definitely God, because I've been saying for a few months. I told her, I was like, I think I want to get a weave. I want to get a sew-in. I want to get a sew-in. And it timed out perfectly. So, not only did I get a chance to go and experience a great event, I got to meet up with some amazing business owners, but I also got a chance to essentially get a sew-in for relatively low cost. So I went and got it installed the next week. Actually, I took a day off work. Went and got it installed. Listen. Went and got it installed. And I mean, I didn't people had told me take some pain medicine before because it's going to be tight.
Right.
I didn't realize how tight it was going to be. But I'm grateful for that tightness because we are now
almost 2 months.
No.
2 or 3 months.
Damn near ending on 3 months.
Wow.
Because I got that done the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So
has it been that long?
It's been that long. So I got it done. It's either the Tuesday or 2 Tuesdays after Thanksgiving. So it's either the beginning of December. It was before. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the beginning of December. And so now we're coming up on the end of 3 months.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna shake it, but it's in.
It's still in. Especially if it's done right, it'll
maintain. So I wash my hair. I wash it. I definitely wash it. I blow dry it because I want to make sure that the
moisture is out.
Yeah, all the moisture is out. So I blow dry it. I've curled it. I haven't dyed it, but I have the option to dye it. And then when I take this out, I'm gonna keep the hair.
Yes, great investment.
Yeah, for future usage. So I liked it. It's pretty easy to maintain. It makes my mornings super easy. 9 times out of 10, I'm putting it in a ponytail, or if I'm wearing it down, I already have. It doesn't take long to do in the morning, so I understand why people do it. It's not. I don't have to put a whole lot of thought behind it, and it's easier for me to get up and go. So I get it. I get it.
Like Jazz was saying, if you buy good quality bundles, like there's bundles that are inexpensive and it shows. It sheds, it breaks. They just don't last long. It mats. But if you have good quality bundles, they can last you anywhere from 6 months to 2 years.
Yeah.
Is a great investment.
Not in your hair that long,
right?
But you can keep the hair. You don't keep it installed for 2 years.
Yes,
but you can keep the hair.
Right. If you're gonna keep it installed for 2 years, get your wig made and keep it moving. But like Jasmine was saying, she washes her hair.
Yes.
She blows dries it. Just like you keep up with your natural hair.
Right.
You have to maintain your weave.
Correct.
Take care of your weave, and your weave will take care of you.
Message. So when I got this, I had because I bought a closure. I was gonna do like a full my hair is underneath, and I ended up not going that route. I ended up I have some leave out. So this section of my hair, I'm not gonna lean down too far, is leave out. So I have like a 2-inch by or 2.5 inch by 1 inch, and this is leave out. So this is my hair. And I was concerned because I didn't want to constantly straighten my hair. And if you're from Houston, humidity is real.
Yes.
And the struggle is very real. And my hair does not like humidity. So I was concerned. I didn't want it to revert all the time. But I found Garnier Fructis.
The Sleek and Shine.
The Sleek and Shine.
Yes.
So it's a pump. Like it's like a little pump. I think I spent like $6 on it.
It's worth it though.
$6? I'm still not finished with that pump. Like I'm still not finished with that whole bottle. And I'm pretty sure I can finish it. Or I'm pretty sure like I'm gonna be able to use it for the entire time I have my weave in. So it's great. I've only had to straighten this when I washed it, and then maybe 2 other times. So maybe 8 times total.
And that's not bad.
Maybe 8 times total the entire time I've had my weave in, which is nothing.
It's not.
And then when I wash it, the curls are still there.
Right.
Because it's still like it hasn't reverted. So it's great. So Tavari actually talked to me. She was like, "Well, what kind of closure do you want to do? Do you want to do like a full closure? Do you want to
like
a
frontal
closure, a frontal? What's the difference?"
The difference between the closure and the frontal. A closure is a small piece. Like if you wanted to do different parts, it's like a small. I don't want to say patch of hair, but it's a small piece of hair sewn on the neck, and it's kind of like you're leaving some of your hair out, but you're not leaving all of it out.
Gotcha.
It's a closure. It's providing closure.
Gotcha.
A frontal is an ear-to-ear type thing, so
Okay.
it's none of your hair is out.
Okay.
And so if you're like me, I hate any of my hair out. A frontal works best for me.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's talk a bit about what's popular. I don't want to necessarily say not in the black community, but not in the black community. Clips. A lot of people are using clip-ins now, and whether they're calling them weave clip-ins or extension clip-ins. Question: what's the difference between a weave and an extension?
Nothing.
Okay, same thing. I just wanted to make sure.
Nothing at all.
So a weave is an extension, and an extension is a weave. Period.
A clip-in is an extension, and an extension is a clip-in.
Bless that part. So, weave clips, are those primarily for people who have straight hair? Like, do they have natural weave clips?
They have natural weave clips.
Do.
They have natural weave. Just to volumize
your
fro, maybe.
Okay.
And I've seen people do it, like, online. And it looks terrific. But I don't want to be dancing and one of them clips come out. I don't want
to happen to me. Walking in the parking lot and seeing a
clip. Oh, girl, you dropped something? No, I don't want that to be me.
So, so you say volumizing. Is that also for like convenience? Like, could that be for like a style? Like you want to like make a puff look bigger?
Absolutely,
okay, cool.
Absolutely. I've seen people do the top knot like you like, and then they'll have the back down, and they'll just add clip-ins, like I said, just to make it fuller and to make the style looks much better. I mean, I personally never worn them, but I was like, oh, maybe. Well, your hair is already thick,
my hair's pretty thick.
You probably wouldn't need it.
My hair's pretty thick.
And well, people wear clip-ins for color as well, so they don't necessarily have to dye their hair.
Right.
You just clip in a different color.
Right.
Like I said, the versatility of weave is really amazing.
I did that for my senior prom. Actually, I wanted some color,
some highlights.
Some highlights, and I didn't want to highlight my hair, so I convinced my stepmom to go ahead and put some clipping.
Candace for the win.
Candace for the win. And I had color. It was awesome. I loved it. But yeah, it was convenient. I didn't have to dye my hair. I was able to have color for that night and a few days later. And then that was it. I mean, after that, it was back to what I usually had. So I think we want to get into our bump, bump, bump segment.
Right. Bump, bump, bump.
Bump, bump, bump. So we wanted to keep it kind of in theme this week. And I know one of my favorite songs about hair is NDRE's I Am Not My Hair.
Mine too.
I love that song. It is so good. So I feel like she talks about a lot of the issues that not necessarily plague black women or plague women in general, but a lot of the issues that are brought up when people talk about black hair. So you have people who are like, oh, well, your hair's too nappy, your hair's too... it's too short, it's too coarse, whatever like that. And then you have people who just don't have hair. And
like NDRE cut off all her hair. And you know she had like a Superman curl at the top. Like that was it. So she showed everybody she is not her hair.
I can't stand
all she needs is that Superman curl.
So when I went natural, that was my dad had a huge concern. He was like, I just don't want you to look unkempt. And he was like, I don't want you to not look together. I don't want you to look like a That was his thing. He was like, I just don't want you to look unkempt.
Right.
Not that he thinks that natural black hair looks unkempt. It was just,
I don't want you to look like that.
He didn't want. Yeah, he was like, I don't know how you're gonna wear it. Oftentimes, I see it wasn't. It didn't look good. He was like, it didn't look professional. And I feel like that conversation has changed where natural hair is professional.
Right.
Now. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen
women with cornrows, flat twists.
Yeah, flat twists.
Like it's becoming mainstream almost now.
Because people are saying, I'm not my hair. Like I'm not this cut. I'm not this. It's an extension of me. It's a way of me expressing myself. Right. But I am not my hair. Whether I don't have any by choice, whether I don't have any because of an illness, whether I don't, whatever, I'm not my hair. I know people have often used my hair is my glory. From was it Samson and Delilah? Right. Well, my hair is my glory. Well, that's great, but I'm not. That doesn't mean I don't have glory if I don't have hair. Another one that I really, really like is Solange's
Don't Touch My Hair. Oh, that is the truth, honey.
So that's a message.
Yeah, that's a super message.
I feel like that's something. I feel like this song rings true, especially with black women, because I don't know about you, but when I've had my hair, or when I switch up my hair, whether it's I'm wearing it in a fro, or whether I'm wearing it in a twist, or when I got this, people admit, oh, let me touch it, or
get your hands out of my head.
First of all, you don't know what it takes to get the style. Second of all, I'm not a zoo animal. Third of all, I'm not a zoo animal. Don't pet me. Do not touch my hair.
Well, I feel like we do so much to keep our hair up.
Right.
So touching is like you're devaluing our style.
Well, I mean, I can see that. For me, it's get your grody hands away from my head. Shout out to Lisa Gale for that grody. But yeah, it's one of those, get my permission first. Like, don't immediately go in and try and touch my hair. Because I'm not here for your entertainment. My hair is not here for your entertainment. It's not here for you to indulge in or something like that. This is me being me. This is me being fly. Respect my fly. Right?
Absolutely.
Right. So, since it's the last week of Women's History Month, we want to talk about a few women who've made strides in the hair community, right?
Right.
So, people always mention Madam C.J. Walker. Shout out to her. Many of black women, especially in America,
know who Madam C.J. Walker is.
Know who Madam C.J. Walker is because we had cream crack growing up.
And if you don't know, relaxer,
perm, all that good stuff. And Madam C.J. Walker made millions off of it. So shout out to her for that. But you wanted to mention two other people.
It was Lisa Price, who's the founder of Carol's Daughter.
Shout out to Lisa Price.
That was a
brand that was huge.
A natural brand.
Yes.
And she started in her kitchen. Mm-hmm. So
kitchen beauticians.
even though she sold the company, it's still generating fun. Like it's still generating revenue.
It is, and if I'm not mistaken, she still
owns a stake in it.
Yeah, she does. Like she hasn't like completely given it up. So make your money, girl.
Right. And also, I can't pronounce her last name for anything.
Adelaide?
Yes.
Adelaide?
She's the owner of Main Choice. There's a Main and Tail, but she's the owner of Main Choice. Mm-hmm. And she has great products. I don't know if you've used her products. It's the purplish pink ones.
Okay. Maybe I should check them out. I'm saying this. I'm trying to be a recovering product junkie, but I mean, I can always backslide.
Right. not backslide. Not backslide with the hair products. No, you should definitely look out for her.
Okay, I'll definitely check her out.
Like she's an independent black woman.
Okay.
With a great company.
Okay, I'll check it out. And then I guess we always wrap up our episodes with affirmations.
Right.
Okay, so I feel like the NDRE song is the affirmation of my week. Like, I'm not my hair. Like, whether it's straight, whether it's curly. Right. Smooth had someone ask me, are you trying to assimilate with your straight hair? No.
Excuse me?
I just wanted to have straight hair for a little while, and I didn't want to straighten my hair.
Right.
I feel like I have a right to mix it up, and I don't need to explain that to you. Like, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you an explanation. I don't know. Right. I'm not.
I don't ask you about your hair.
I don't ask you about your hair.
Don't ask me about Not Chad. Susan.
Don't ask me about mine. No, I just, that's how I feel. That's how, I'm not my hair, so let me mix it up. And believe me, I'm going to change the game on them when I come back to work with my curls. They're going to be like,
oh, who? No, you've had You
haven't had my curls at this new job.
Oh, girl.
I have not. When I started here, I had the weave, and so when I come back without it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to change.
They're going to be like, who and what just walked in?
But I mean, they're used to seeing it. We have black women at the office who have natural hair and who rock natural hair.
Oh,
so
okay.
It should be good. Shout out to Lisa from HR. I love your fro. Always popping, boo. Yeah.
So silly.
What about you?
My affirmation, I found it online a couple of days ago, and it says, I lovingly groom my hair and choose the thoughts that support its growth and strength. I love and appreciate my beautiful hair, and that's by Louise Hay. And I do,
Louise Hay.
I do love and appreciate my beautiful hair, but I love and appreciate a wig too.
Yes. Shout out to Louise Hay. I didn't know she said that.
Yes.
I love Louise Hay. And this is like, that quote is praise hand emoji.
Right,
like,
right.
I use that a lot. Like, I'm not sure if you guys text me, actually anyone who texts me, I use praise hand emoji a lot. And then I'll oftentimes echo it. So
Jasmine.
Praise hand emoji. But I think that's it for this episode, right?
Yes.
I really enjoyed this talk, and we cannot wait to see you guys next time. So make sure you come back. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.